Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of Live. After SmackDown Live, I am Tonya Rodgers, of course, here with Andrew M. Swift. Now, if we're going to talk about SmackDown Live and Raw, because got to talk about Raw this week. But the thing we wanted to talk about is we want to talk about Paige. She was recently suspended. Was that yesterday? The news came
Yeah,
out.
that was yesterday.
The WWE announced that I think this is like August was when she got suspended, right?
Yeah,
On her birthday.
Yeah.
She's had another wellness violation, and I kind of kept my theories about it to myself, but I have experience with drug addicts, and a lot of the behaviors I saw before her first wellness violation, like there was an episode of Total Divas with her mother, where her mother was talking to her in a way, like if you're not familiar with the language, it was coded. So you could think, oh, she was just talking about Paige was partying a little too much and she didn't want to break up with her boyfriend. But the thing that stuck out to me was her mother said that the guy that she used to be with would look out for her and make sure she didn't do anything wrong. And I was like, why does somebody need to supervise Paige? And the way Paige reacted to it was like, oh, mom, leave it alone. Nothing, trying to brush it off. The way she handled both of these violations is the standard way. And trust me, I've dealt with a drug addict for years. If they are always the victim, it is always somebody else's fault. And like tonight in the Daily Open thread, Vidant showed us a tweet of Paige. You can see her bones through her chest. She's lost at least 30 pounds since she was last on TV, and that was like 4 months ago. And it's clear to me, like I don't want to speculate, but like WWE today came out and said it. Look, she fell for an illegal substance.
Yep.
To me, that she has a problem, and I'm not judging her. I will be the last one on the face of this earth. I'm really concerned, and like it really threw me. It threw me for a loop seeing it, because I still remember the Paige I fell in love with. The first time I ever saw her was at a rival with Emma. And Emma, as you know, Andrew, she's in my heart too. And they were like the first two women that they actually let wrestle, a 20-minute match, just like the men. And I've always like had a special place in my heart for them. And to see Paige like that, it really breaks my heart. It really does. I don't want to get emotional, but I can't help it. I just want her to get help. And like people who are like wanting to blame the WWE, what benefit is it of them for no reason whatsoever want to break up her and Alberto Del Rio? There are so many couples in the WWE and they just exist. Seth Rollins smooth left his girlfriend for somebody in developmental, and that girl, she got canned for an entirely different reason than being with Seth Rollins, so that never played to me. That always seems like Paige playing the victim, and I gotta think Alberto Del Rio has a hand in it because he's with her. And I'm not saying he's on drugs, because I was with a drug addict for years and I wasn't on drugs, but I'm saying he's definitely at least enabling her.
Mm-hmm.
And her family is too. There's a lot of guilt there, you can tell. And I just want Paige to get better. I don't care if she ever wrestles again. I don't want to hear about her, God forbid, passing away too soon, because she is so young. And like, go ahead, Andrew. Let me, you go ahead and talk on it.
Yeah. I speculated yesterday when when the suspension announcement for the second violation came out, that I immediately speculated, as I have long believed, that she is suffering from some sort of mental illness, which addiction issues would fall under. And I've been saying it for a while. She's really starting to worry me. Like it's well beyond like a schoolgirl with a crush. Like, adults, I don't care like how weird your childhood was or how stunted your development was because you were wrestling at 13 and on the road and whatever, but adults don't, 24-year-olds don't incessantly post those sorts of like way over the top stuff, especially if you're a public figure. Like if you're a public figure, you have a bunch of people telling you to not do it, and she still has, and then she's like deleted several of them and then put them back up, and it's just like you said, I honestly, if she never wrestles again, I'd be okay with it. But and that's not a knock on her. I'm just saying, like, it's her health is the important thing. It's not like this story is no longer about Paige. It's about Soraya J. Bevis, and it's really upsetting to see. And I know, like, when the rumor came out, like, WWE was splitting up Del Rio and Paige by putting them on separate brands. I know I made a comment. I was like, of course, that's typical WWE, being spiteful or whatever. But as more information has come out, and the additional rumor that Triple H thought Del Rio was a bad influence on her. Say what you will about Triple H, but like his NXT kids and especially his NXT girls, like he legitimately cares about them. So if he, was worried, it kind of says to me that, there's something serious going on. And it's just a mess. Like this, there's too many stories. I guess we've been kind of blessed like lately because like in the 80s and 90s, and early 00s, how many stars like fell out over, drug use and suicide and all sorts of, awful things. And we haven't really had a ton of that lately. I'm probably forgetting someone, but I'm not coming up with that on the top of my head. But you just worry, like this pattern of behavior keeps going on, and I've acknowledged before that I'm also someone with mental health issues and have battled substance addiction in the past. So it's worrying to see someone who you like to bring entertainment into your life, as a person, that they are undergoing some serious struggles. And like you, I was actually a Paige fan before I became a Sasha Banks fan, but I actually started becoming a Sasha Banks fan because I watched her matches with Paige. So yeah, it's a mess, and I hope everybody treats it like, I don't want to see, jokes. Like, this is serious life stuff.
This is deadly serious.
Like, it's not fun.
No.
But yeah, we should move on unless we want to make this the most depressing podcast ever.
All right, let's go to SmackDown Live. Okay, I'm all discombobulated. I usually go in order, but I've been thrown for a loop. So we're just gonna have a conversation today.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, had a crappy day. Usually, if my Tuesday is crappy, SmackDown Live brings me up, but I just wasn't feeling most of it tonight. Yeah. I only liked two things from the show. I liked the opener with Dolph and Miz and Spirit Squad and how they've gotten Heath Slater and Rhino into the mix. I enjoyed that. And I enjoy Nikki Bella, badass Nikki Bella, like, look, you have attacked me for the last time. And just storming to the ring and trying to bring it to Carmella. Like, those were my favorite highlights. So what did you enjoy most about the show?
Yeah, I mean, the IC bit was fire. Like, I mean, in my recap on Sunday, I wrote that I was worried because they had such this good angle, and I was worried that it's still Dolph Ziggler is still Dolph Ziggler, like that that could have fizzled, but they both brought it tonight. I love Miz and Maurice coming out in all black. As soon as I saw them, I was like, they're mourning. I was like, they're fucking mourning. I love this so much. Like, that was wonderful. And then the Miz's whole bit, like, I brought prestige back to that title. Like, this is me, whatever, blah, blah. Here's the thing. He's being a douche, but he's not wrong. Like, the Miz's appearance on Talking Smack got the world, like, afire. And all of a sudden, people were like, Intercontinental Championship. Like, this is a big deal. And this angle they've run with Ziggler has been, the feud of the year, I think, without question in my mind, at least, because it's going to continue. Yeah. It's going to continue, and they've not had like a single segment that wasn't like, oh, this was really good, So yes, that was all great. I'm just all in on the Miz right now, and Ziggler's been really good, and they're both Cleveland boys, and the Indians swept the Red Sox last night, so I'm feeling pretty charitable about both of them, obviously. But yeah, otherwise, you know what? I was thinking when I was about to join the hangout, I was like, this show felt kind of long to me. And I don't know. I think that,
didn't it?
It was probably because I was like up too late, like celebrating again the Indians win last night, like way too late. So I've been kind of like slow all day. That's a shoot for sure. But it kind of felt like it dragged, and I know it was. I mean, a lot of people are saying it was a very good segment, and I enjoyed quite a bit of it too. But the length, like, I guess there's only so much Ambrose I can. Funny Ambrose that I can take, like when he was pulling things out. I suppose I should put this on because we got wacky Ambrose tonight, right?
Yes, we did. The return of the hat.
Return of the hat. Yeah, continuity. When he was pulling stuff out of his pocket, like he pulled like a keys, phone, and then like a flask. I was like, all right, that's pretty good. And then he just kept pulling shit out. I was like, this has gone too long. And I don't know, like. I feel like it's something, were I in a different mood going into the segment, I'd feel a lot better about it. But the fact that it was like my dulled mood today, I'll say, and the fact that it involved a lot of wacky Dean, just kind of was like, this is fun, and I'm not. Like, Vid argued very strenuously that it was, fine that Styles took the pin, which makes sense. I agree, but I just don't like seeing champions pinned, honestly. Like, I don't agree. I like seeing champions pinned only when they're dropping a title, or in the very rare like occasion of like losing in a tag match to set up a championship match or something, But otherwise, it's just not doing it.
Okay, there are three things about this that really I don't like. Not a James Ellsworth fan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He looks funny. He doesn't do anything. He's not that funny. He's not a really good promo. He's not really engaging. He's just a dude that looks funny. Mm-hmm. Hardy hard. Like I was talking about. Now if it was Johnny Knockout, and he had one line, but the way he delivered, I like big sweaty man. I was like, okay, I'm down with this dude. He showed a little flash of charisma in his little moment. James Ellsworth, it seems like everybody's like, oh, he's in on the joke, so it's cool if we laugh at him. But like, I just don't find it funny. And then I can't do Wacky Dean. I'm sorry, you. Like it was fine. Like, I love RuPaul, and she has a saying that it's good for a sip, not for a swallow.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel about Wacky Dean. Like, okay, this was a non-title match, correct?
Yeah,
The
so it's
match to
not.
have
Yeah, it's
tonight.
not titled. Yeah.
Did Daniel Bryan say at any time, if you walk out on this match, you'll face repercussions?
No, he didn't. He just said
Did he say that?
if you touch Dean, then you'll get fined or suspended. But he didn't say anything about walking out. Well, I mean, AJ set up the match, though, is the thing.
Yes, I understand. But when you're in a shit show and it's obviously one and you're getting frustrated, why are you
That's
gonna
true.
keep trying to beat him? Like when you put on the calf crusher and he goes to his phone, why don't you be like, fuck this and walk out?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
To me, it made AJ Styles look like a dipshit for staying there and still trying to beat this guy when it was obvious what the freak. Because I'm trying not to curse as much. What Dean was up to. Like, he figured it out. So, but you're gonna stay there, let him dirty deed you, let him pin you, and now you have to face this dude in a title match. And Rusev tweeted it, and everybody gave him shit because they missed it. But I thought I had heard that he was going to get a title shot next week.
Yeah,
so that's
he
why
is getting a title shot next week, and Brian
I thought
announced that on Talking Smack. Yeah,
but I thought I heard that they announced it when AJ went backstage, right? And okay, Stephanie gets so much shit because she's a heel and she talks down to other people and she emasculates them. But what the fuck did Shane McMahon do to AJ Styles? He talked to him like he was his fucking child.
Yeah,
he did. And then put this joke of a guy in the title match, and I'm supposed to be all over the moon, excited for, like, it's cool if, like, I don't care if other people like it, do you? But I personally did not enjoy anything about it. And I feel like they could have gotten to Dean having another match or AJ getting back at Dean another way. But, different strokes for different folks. But I didn't like anything. Okay, I didn't say I didn't like anything about it. When it was confirmed that it was a match and Dean was going to be the referee, and now we're finna get fun, crazy, wacky Dean, I didn't like it. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Like, immediately when they said Dean Ambrose is going to be the referee, I'm like, they're going to let this man fucking pin AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Like, people got upset as fuck that Chris Jericho, who is 6-time world champion, undisputed champion, they got mad that he went over Styles. And it was like, oh, yes, but it's clear that this guy wasn't a threat. Yes, but to me, it made AJ Styles seem stupid when it's clear that Dean is not going to ref on your side and you stay there. Yeah, why did he stay? What was the point? Once you realize this isn't going my way, just fucking book it up out of there.
Well, shit, I was coming around on that segment. Now you talk me out of it again.
But I get what other people are saying, but I wish they could have gotten to the Dean AJ stuff a little bit more seriously. I like comedy. I like fun. I don't typically like it in my main event program. I don't.
Yeah.
Like for the main title, I like you're supposed to be the guy. You're carrying the company. I just want them to be serious. Not all the time. You can have fun, but like it's just too wackadoodle for me. It was a bit much.
I'll say one. It seems incongruous with the whole thing that they made AJ take agency on the false tap, saying like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, so I'm so smart.
So they're making him the smartest man in the room, and then like you said,
turned him into a dipshit 2 nights later.
Yeah, why is he sticking around in this match when he knows Dean is not going to give him the win? So so that's an interesting.
There was no incentive.
Yeah, there was literally no incentive for him to stay, and like everything to lose, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, so that's an interesting little slip, I feel like, but I don't know. Nobody else agrees with us, so. than
I'm sure they don't.
Tierney did. Tierney did.
But listen, I'll be the girl that stands on the ledge. I will be that one. I was one of the few people on the ledge. Like there have been some. They've come in later. They've shuffled in later, defeating Roman Reigns. I was the first. I was literally the only person on CSS the night Royal Rumble last year who was defending his ass.
Yeah.
And so much to the fact that it's a few people were like, you know what, I do not agree with you, but goddamn it, you got some balls for speaking your mind. I was like, and I'm gonna keep doing it, damn it. But look, it's SmackDown process, but I'm gonna let you know before we talk about other stuff because there were other nice things. I like the way the Usos cheated.
Yep.
I did enjoy that. They're continuing their beef with America. At a certain point, American Alpha, they're gonna have to. I don't know. They are getting outsmarted left and right. But I guess because they're rookies, they're new, they're playing up their naivete. But at a certain point, you need to get smart. These dudes ain't playing fair. They are not playing fair. They playing for keeps.
Yeah, they're going for them belts. Well, I mean, Alpha have like won pretty much every one of their matches, single or tag with Usos up until tonight. But then they always turn their backs because they forget that they have legs or something. I don't know. And just
too busy trying to be cute and celebrate. They have the cutest celebration ever. They do.
Yeah, they do.
But
yeah,
you got to get at them Usos.
I liked that they're like building that program without it being the program. Like I've said that a number of times and in my reviews as well. I love that like the show is structured so that people can interact and not just like have a match with somebody else, but really it's about like the other people you're actually feuding with, and like the match is just a filler to get this, that story over. But like the Usos have separate stories with, Slater and Rhino and Alpha going. So I really like that. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a big fan of their work lately too. So that was good. I liked Nikki Carmella.
Alexa Bliss.
Naomi.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Alexa Bliss is gonna come after us if we don't mention her.
Yeah, right. We need to talk about her. She was best.
Ooh, Jesus, she is scary. I'm gonna tell you what.
She's a Spitfire.
She about the scariest woman. Nia Jax ain't scared of me. I'm more scared of Alexa Bliss.
Oh, for sure. 5 feet of fury. 5 feet of fury. Did you see her on the pre-show when she was interviewed by Lita? That was terrifying when she was like, "This was fun. We should do it again." I was like, "You're a psychopath." Like, holy shit. You are terrified right now.
Lita played it right because Lita was like, okay.
Yeah. Lita
like, I'm retired. Right.
First time in forever that's been said. Sorry, Lita. Shots fired.
When she mentioned the 4 horsewomen, she's like, I am so sick of everybody talking about. Look, I like you. Don't make me change my mind or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, that's why we got to talk about her because I don't want her. Like, look, when you talk about the women of SmackDown, you better mention the number 1 contender.
Better fucking mention the number 1 contender. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, what is it? Alexa Naomi next week? Yeah, they set up that match. So we'll see what happens there. And if Naomi wins again, they're clearly going to make this a triple threat. Is what I have speculated at least, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, Alexa's mic work. It's so satisfying to see. Like if Alexa was on Raw, she wouldn't get promo time ever.
No.
Like they don't put people in places to really succeed. Although I guess Sasha's doing all right because they just keep putting her in big matches. That's literally all you need to do for her. But yeah, like the first couple of weeks we were like, oh, Alexa needs to talk more. And like the last 3-4 weeks or so, she's they've used her pretty much every week on the stick, and it's been great every time. So yeah, so keep that up. So that was good. And I know you hate Carmella, but I'm a fan of her work right now. Her leaning into the mafia gimmick is like, it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know. For some reason, I enjoyed it. I popped big when she said "capiche" to Nikki after she ganked her backstage. Didn't she say she's gonna make her disappear? I think that's what she said.
Yeah, she's been saying she's gonna make it disappear. She's gonna end her career.
Yeah,
it's not gonna stop till Nikki Bella is gone.
Yeah,
she's obsessed.
She is obsessed.
Oh, girl, get your life. Ooh, as soon as I hear SAB, ooh, I was just like, oh God, no.
Oh, her.
No. Only music that irritates me more to hear is Seth Rollins. Those first couple opening chords of Seth Rollins music, I'm like, oh Jesus, here we go.
Oh, this fucker.
But I also like the tag division. They have another feud brewing with the Ascension and the Hype Bros.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so the tag division in SmackDown is getting a lot of shine. They're using a lot of components. I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is you trying to continuously make Bray Wyatt a threat as a heel. I do not appreciate. Like I enjoyed their Talking Smack segment because it was different. The lights were down,
Yeah.
but I was just thinking, is Bray gonna talk the whole time, or is he gonna shut the fuck up and let Luke Harper talk? And he did. And Luke Harper, genuinely, like I said, genuinely scarier than Bray.
Mm-hmm.
If they do not book it so that like Luke Harper is like, you know what, dude, I really don't need you. I don't know. I don't know, man. They made Kane disappear again. So
yeah. Did you think they false imprisoned him this time, or did they just like make him go away for like a minute?
If he did, you know, Kane's gonna get out because the Wyatts do not know how to kidnap people. They're not very
well. They can kidnap people. They just can't hold people. They just can't keep them kidnapped. They're
very bad at keeping.
They're very
the
bad
hostages.
Yeah, exactly. They probably just like let them go. They're probably just like, all right, well, we're gonna go because it's not fun to us to actually hold you. We just want to do the actual. It's like the chase. They like the chase of trying to kidnap.
Thrill of the kidnap. Yeah.
The kidnap rather than actually holding the hostage. Yeah.
That's a very interesting theory.
Yeah. Right. Maybe it's possible.
I thought of it.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heel Wyatt.
Yeah,
I wrote down. It's in my. I actually wrote. Not just in my notes, I wrote out like paragraphs about heel Wyatt. And it's just like the amount of people they would have to sacrifice to him to get like him as a legitimate heel threat is like astronomical, you know?
And it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Just first of all, we saw hot fire babyface hot tag Bray Wyatt, you know? That was awesome. That was spectacular. Yeah. And it was just like that. We had that one glorious night and the crowd was super into it. Like, yeah, sure. And his whole like down with the machine bit, like if you're a face fighting against like the corrupt, corporate authority, then yeah, sure. That could work totally. But like if you're saying down with the machine and you're just some creepy, weird cult guy who sucks, that's like I've seen people. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
I mean, I've seen people say like his gimmick is that he's a fraud and a charlatan, and I'm like, I understand that, but that's a shitty gimmick. that's not entertaining, right? That's not an interesting thing in a wrestling program to have a fraud. So that's just not how wrestling is designed. I don't know. And Randy Orton like remains over and people like him for some reason, and I kind of enjoy him outside of the ring, but like in his matches I just don't care. I'm just like, whatever. I literally, this is a shoot. I stopped watching the main event. I walked away for a minute.
Well, listen, I've been a wrestling fan for a long time. I think I've said it on the show. The way certain people feel about Roman Reigns, that's how I used to feel about Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Now I've come around on him a lot, but I've never in my life do I feel like I've ever said, "Boy, I cannot wait to watch that Randy Orton match." I don't think I've ever said that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't think I've ever rewatched a Randy Orton match either. Now that I think about it.
I've watched the Shield matches he was in because he's a great tag team partner. Don't get me wrong. Now he has some uses, but like main event, he's just kind of boring and too paint by the numbers. Like people say, Roman Reigns is like playing a video game. Like,
oh yeah.
So is Randy Orton. You know when he's finna go for what moves. Like he throws in the ropes. He claps his hands. Oh, here comes the power slam.
Yeah.
Oh, his opponent is rolling to the apron. Oh, here comes the hangman DDT. You know, it's like you can count it. It's nothing. And he doesn't throw. When is the last time you said, "Oh wow, I haven't seen Randy do that move ever"?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And like, I mean, obviously, you know, moves aren't everything, but like varying stuff up, like he does everything in like the same order, and it's all so telegraphed. It's you know what? When you're saying that, I was like, you know what? Randy Orton is like a spot monkey, but his spots are just boring.
Ooh,
like there's no flow to his matches like at all. It's just like you said, the power slam spot to the DDT spot to the RKO, you know, whatever. It's like that's what there is, and there's no. He's like Randy Orton is a more interesting character, but way less athletic and flashy version of Seth Rollins. Can I say that?
Oh,
is that a burn?
Yes, you can.
Is that a burn? I think that's a burn on multiple levels. Yeah,
that should be a tag team.
That should be a tag team. Just have Seth. Is Seth good as a face in peril? Wasn't Dean always the face in peril? I don't really remember.
The thing, you could have Randy do the face in peril.
Oh, that's true.
You don't remember that hot ass sequence in the first Shield Wires match that Seth Rollins did? He can do you a. Oh, when he had him on the top turnbuckle, and he flipped over Harper, then he kneed him, then he kicked him out the ring, and he did a suicide dive, rolled him back in the ring, kneed him again. It was like he was flipping all over the place. Like that was the first "This is awesome" chant in the match. So he can throw you a good, like, quick, flashy sequence. He just can't give you much psychology. But see, the thing about it is, Randy Orton with the right opponent can have a psychology-driven match. And he's not terrible at selling. And he can sell a narrative and a story in a match. But he's just not that exciting to watch wrestle.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially in you know, modern WWE when the matches are such a big part of what they're doing, you know. Like, it's funny that Vince is always like, we're telling stories, but in reality, most, like, a lot of Raw, like, less so on SmackDown, but a lot of Raw is just wrestling to have a wrestle, you know.
And it's up to the performers to try to tell a story during the match.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. SmackDown, it was Kurt Hawkins didn't show up. That happened.
And you know what? I think that's legit his gimmick because
I hope so. Yeah.
When they would at first they were just doing the facts with his face and they were showing the words, and then they said he was going to debut the next week, and the next week he was doing the facts himself. Yeah. And then last week, I swear they said he was going to have a match.
They did. They explicitly said he's going to have a match. They may have just said he's going to make his in-ring debut. they may have said that. And he did go to the ring. So,
but he didn't wrestle anybody, and he said he was going to wrestle tonight.
And he said he's going to wrestle tonight, but he didn't.
He didn't even show up.
He didn't show up. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm starting to think that, like you said, it's gimmick, like it's deliberate. And I'm kind of interested now to see where, like, before during the facts, I was like, I don't care about this dude at all. But now the fact that he's just like no showing and like not following through on what he says is kind of popping me a little bit. God damn it! Kurt Hawkins over. How is this possible?
Because like SmackDown hasn't done anything like just willy-nilly for no damn reason.
Yeah.
So why would they be doing it with Kurt Hawkins?
Yeah.
It has to be deliberate. They even announced on the pre-show that he was going to have a match.
Oh shit!
He didn't show up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forgot about that.
That's interesting. So, and there was also no Banter Baron tonight, and kind of missed it.
I think he worked a dark match, is what people were saying. I also think he worked a dark match after the show. I think it was. I saw a tweet. I think I'm saying this. Or wait, was that Miz? Miz, Carmella, and Corbin versus Cena, Nikki, and some other face. I don't know. I'm botching this.
Swagger? Was it Swagger?
I don't think so. I don't think it was Swagger. It's Ziggler.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Are you telling me they had John Cena, Nikki Bella?
I knew that was going to pop you.
Oh my goodness. They put it on a dark match. I'm going to have to go and find that on YouTube.
Right?
I'm going because a lot of people are like, well, why is that important? I watched Total Divas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Total Divas, and you will understand why Nikki Bella, John Cena, and Dolph Ziggler on the same team is interesting. Like, that is the best storyline that WWE never did on television. Like, that was good TV. I was like, started to turn back into a Ziggler fan because of the work he was doing on Total Divas, because I'm like, this is completely a work. But God bless Dolph for doing this. God bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, anything else from SmackDown you want to talk about, mention?
What else happened
before we go into
Raw? Before we go into, oh boy, this is gonna be exciting. I hope everybody, like, we've been kind of a downer so far, but we're about to get fired. We're both about to get real fired up. I can feel it right now. Yes, the energy is
more excited. This is a weird week because I thought I liked Raw better than SmackDown.
My opinion is colored because I only watched like half of Raw because I was watching the baseball game and I was like hilariously drunk during it. So I was in a pretty good, and the Indians won again. So I was in a pretty good mood during watching Raw. So, and now I've just been dealing with the hangover all day today. So that's why I was in less of a good mood for SmackDown. But yeah,
I didn't watch all of Raw either. 3 hours is just too damn long, and there's other stuff I want to watch. But I will say the things that I watched. You know what? I didn't think the main event with Jericho and Seth Rollins. I didn't think it was terrible.
I didn't watch a second of that.
I like it. It was an alright match, and then Kevin Owens beat the shit out of him.
I missed that. That's unfortunate. Shit.
Yeah, at the end of the show, he beat him up, stood tall over him. Still don't think they deserve a Hell in a Cell.
No, not at all.
By Rollins' own admission, when Roman started getting booed, he went in Vince's ear and was like, "You gotta give me that spot. I want that spot. I want that spot. Me. And I'm thinking, because we've heard no rumors, they were like, there were going to be 2 Hell in a Cell matches. It's going to be Reigns and Rusev and Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Yeah. And for some reason, I feel like Seth Rollins was like, I want a Hell in a Cell match. I want a Hell in a Cell match. And they were like, oh, fuck it. Okay, we'll give you a Hell in a Cell match.
My match is the title match. I need it.
Right. It's
That
a title match. We
motherfucker
had to
took
go
the
on
main
last
event.
minute.
That motherfucker took the. I love how we're already assuming this to be automatically true, but like
That's my theory.
that motherfucker took the main event from Sasha and Charlotte.
He, by his own admission, he does what he can to be on top and be the top guy. And this time, Roman isn't affecting his spot as the top guy, is he? Roman's the U.S. champion.
Yep.
Roman match is probably going to open the damn show.
Which would be a fire ass way to open.
Right? But who's threatening his spot as the number one guy on the show now? It's not a guy. It's two women.
Say, is this a trick question? Because I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. They just main evented, tore the fucking house down. It makes sense to me. But that's, I kind of believe in conspiracy theories. And Rollins has admitted he was a politicker. It's on him. I would not think this if he hadn't been bragging about politicking against Roman, who he calls his friend. But let's get into the main angle that we both enjoyed on the show, which was
so much enjoyment.
I am Rasha Banks, Roman Reigns, and Sasha, and about an hour into SmackDown, see, they're making it hard for me to not ship it, because I was like, oh, this is just good fun. An hour into SmackDown, Roman Reigns retweets something. Sasha said, she was like, thanks for having my back. And he was like, yes, ma'am. Thanks for the tour and the win. And I'm like, what tour? What the fuck? Listen, I follow both Sasha Banks and Roman Reigns. I looked on my Twitter. I'm like, Roman, what tour? What tour you talking about? You gonna have to elaborate on that, bro.
Working the shippers. That's hilarious.
They are.
That is amazing.
And Roman does that.
Working the fucking shippers.
Because Charlotte, when he was going to appear on Renee Young's show Unfiltered, Charlotte asked him, she was like, do you like wearing your hair up? Or you like wearing your hair down? And this slick motherfucker's like, it depends on what I'm doing, with a wink. And then he's going to be like, get your mind out of the gutter. No, get your mind out of the gutter. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I didn't know how to feel about the opening segment either. Like, I really didn't. Like, when Sasha came out, she asked for the Hell in a Cell. Then Charlotte was going to come out, and Rusev came in. Now, one thing I am thankful for is I've been saying Rusev is a sexist pig, and people were like, "Well, I don't see that. I don't see." I was like,
"Yeah."
Have you forgotten what he said? He said women should know their place, and that's behind a man. Women will never be equal to men. He said that. You don't unless you renounce your sexist ways, you're never going to be a face to me. I don't give a fuck what Rusev says. It's not because he talks. It's not because he talks shit about America. Although, if there was, and this kind of irritates me too, if there was a wrestler that was saying, just for instance, I hate France. Fuck France. I don't want to go to France. Everybody in France sucks. I wouldn't be like, that dude's a face. I would not say that. And for people to say this guy, who obviously hates people solely because of where they're born, is a face, I'm like, really? You really think that? Is that what you really, really, truly think? They confirmed last night he is upset about Lana because she is his property. And Lana's okay with it. Okay, she's okay with him being a sexist pig. Doesn't mean I have to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this whole thing works. So I'm glad why the fuck weren't they doing this? Oh, and people oh, well, they're using Sasha Banks to get Roman over. And in a way, yes, they are. But listen, why the fuck didn't they make Rusev this repugnant, sexist asshole when Roman was first feuding with him? Why did they make Roman look like a dick? These are the conundrums I ask myself. That's why I just have to turn that shit off and just enjoy the matches.
Right?
It doesn't make. This is the first time, and they're like, well, they needed Roman to come rescue them. So what you're saying is you wanted to see Sasha and Charlotte fight Rusev. That's what gender. You ready to bring that back? That's what you're saying. Because otherwise, and it's not like Roman that's out of the blue. I'm just gonna come down for no reason. He's been beefing with
Yeah.
Rusev
Yeah.
since the fucking brand split. Basically, he kind of had a right to come out there. He didn't do nothing but just stand there and be like, "Okay, well, fight. You want to fight? Fight me." He didn't even have to say anything. So, but I was kind of iffy because I was like, I don't know if they gonna fuck up Sasha Banks putting her with Roman. That's not safe.
Oh man, okay.
Right? You were pissed. You were pissed at that segment.
Hold on. I'm gonna go through my process with Raw last night. So Sasha comes out, does a little bit, cuts a nice little face promo. Not great, but it was nice. Says she wants Hell in a Cell, which again was weird because she's the champion. They should have ran an angle where like Charlotte beat her ass down backstage with a chair, and then Sasha like crawled to Mick and was like, "I want the fucking cell, to settle this." That would make sense. But she was just like, "I want the cell because we deserve it because we're awesome female wrestlers." And I'm just like, it's kind of ironic that I'm about to say this, but considering how many words I've spent about how Bayley and Sasha are feminist heroes, but they might be leaning a little too hard on the we're doing this to be #progressive instead of just letting a good feud be progressive on its own. So that was weird. And then Charlotte came out and I was like, okay, sure, fine. And then Rusev came out and immediately I got annoyed because what happened the last time that Sasha Banks won the championship on the Raw? The next week, Chris Jericho came out.
And then Enzo came out and flirted with it.
When Sasha and Charlotte were having a promo battle, Jericho came out, and then Enzo and Cass came out, and it was just a whole big clusterfuck. So a dude comes out again, and I'm just like, can you not tell? Like, I understand that integrating the women into the story and into the wider universe is good, but can you not just tell a women's championship feud? Like, why do men always have to be like brought into them? Why was it always about like Ric Flair helping Charlotte cheat? And now so that annoyed me. So I was in a bad spot like there. I was pretty annoyed. And then the Indians started winning, so I was in a better mood. Again, this is pretty much how the progression of my night worked. And then and I was the one, and I was like first and foremost saying, I was on Twitter. I think I deleted these tweets too, because I delete half my tweets from watching Raw every Tuesday morning. It's so funny. But I think I was delete. Yeah, so I think I said like they're using Sasha to get Roman facey, and it did annoy me that the segment was like Sasha asking, like wanting a Hell in a Cell match, and then the segment closed with Roman's music. Like that annoyed me. And I think that's a legitimate gripe.
It is.
Like that was the thing that actually pissed me off the most. Like that got me going. So then I'm like, oh my god, they're trying to use Roman. They're trying to use Sasha for facey for Roman. So I was a little bit annoyed. And then the match came around. And by that time, I was pretty lit by that time, and I was in a good mood. I was in a real good mood. And then the match was fire. Of course it was, because Sasha and Roman and Rusev are all like tremendous workers. And I had to be a little snide there, but. So that was great, and I was just like, I was buying it, I was digging it the whole time, and it was funny by the end of the segment with the jumping spear. I marked so hard for that. I was just like, that's amazing. Like, first of all, that was even better than his. Wyatt's point was the best part of the spear to Sheamus.
Yeah.
But the jumping spear was just was dope. That was so fire. So that was great. By the end of this match, like when they're clinking belts together, I had this big old smile on my face. I was like, I literally started tweeting. I was like, I'm rooting for Roman as a face right now. Like that's it. I'm all in on face Roman. Like, and so I was just like, oh my God. WWE. I mean, granted, it's not easy to work me, but holy shit. I went into this segment being like, this is bullshit. They're using Sasha and Roman face heat. And I ended the segment being like, I fucking love Roman as a face. And I was like, oh my God, they totally have just got me real bad.
When they play to Roman's strengths, it usually comes out good.
It usually looks good. Yeah.
He's a fantastic partner. He's a fantastic partner. And the timing of that spear, and a lot of credit goes to Rusev. Rusev always takes his spears good.
He takes it so perfect, yeah.
He jumps up at like the perfect time.
Yep.
Yes. And then afterwards, I honestly have never seen Sasha smile that hard if she was not with Bayley.
Big old smile.
Like how could you be mad that Roman's with Sasha when Sasha is happy about it? Like, how did you? She's not, oh, they're making me do this. She's like, yeah, fuck yeah, clean belts. And she is saying his goofy, yes, sir.
Yep, she did the, yes, sir. I've watched that GIF 1,000 times today, and I literally popped every single time. It was, yes, sir. And it's like a really dramatic head nod, too. It kills me. It absolutely kills me. So, yeah, I'm all in on showman ranks. Gonna take that from genre. Gonna take that one. What did I say? I really botched it. I said Basha Reigns.
You said
Basha Reigns, which is just how did I even do? Wow, that's amazing. Now that I think about it,
it's Rasha Baines.
Rasha Baines.
But,
I know. I got it now. Yeah.
Sasha, she's. And it's so special for me because I'm a fan.
Your two favorites, yeah.
And then at the same time, I'm watching NXT and I'm seeing Sasha Banks like at the same time, and I'm becoming both of their fans. And like the only like mixed tag that would have popped me more is Nikki Bella and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, those two, I'd have a stroke. Those two, like, she does a stiff ass like Bella Hammer, and he does the Kinshasa at the same time. Stroke.
Oh shit.
Stroke. Stroke. I'm gone. I'm done. I have passed over. But like, it was just a happy. And Raw does moments well. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not going to be like, oh, everything's fixed.
No, yeah.
But when Raw gives you a good moment, you celebrate.
You gotta take it, yeah.
You have to take it because so much of the show was still just like, there's still no tag division. I guess they're trying because they put
Enzo and Cass
Neville in
the Rising Stars or Shining Stars or whatever the fuck they're called. Or is that over? Like, I don't know what's going on Raw, honestly.
They don't know what to do with Enzo and Cass. That's become blatantly obvious. Or they just have them on. It's kind of like a situation where Sasha was off TV in catering while Charlotte got to have her title reign. And they're like, well, we'll bring you back on TV when it's time for you to challenge for the titles. And the New Day has to break the tag team, longest reigning tag team. For some reason, they just have to break it. Like, WWE.
That'll go through like the Rumble now, won't it? Like they're still like 80 days.
I think it's November.
Oh, is it November?
No, I thought it was gonna end. Oh God, please don't tell me the Rumble.
I thought it was 400. I thought the record was 485 days, and like they passed after Clash of Champions. The night after was their 400th day, right?
Oh,
so I guess it's like 2 months left. So like mid December, yeah.
Oh God, no, Angel, you cannot tell me that.
I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you.
I got sick of the New Day when they were still heels.
Oh wow, that's a take right there.
Yes,
That's a take.
isn't it? Well, listen, look, love Xavier Woods, love him to death, and I
Mm-hmm.
still have to do. Which reminds me, tomorrow when I get up, I'm gonna do. So everybody, look for that. Which WWE superstar would you choose to be your BFF? Because surprise, surprise, I would choose Xavier Woods.
That's a hot pick. Good pick.
Up, down, down, like religiously. They as soon as I look on my YouTube and they got a new video, I'm watching it. Like I binged watched some of the older videos where he did the jump scares, and he's just fun. His sense of humor, I love him. But to me, and Kofi, I've always loved it. But to me, Big E was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
To me, at a certain point, it seemed like he was trying to be more over the top than Xavier Woods. And that's not your role, bruh.
Well, you know what? It's true, actually. You had that guest appearance on Cage Side Live last December, and you said he was being extra. You said you didn't like him because he's being extra. That's stuck in my head forever.
And it's going on a year now. God damn. God damn it. No.
Oh.
I know people still love the New Day, love them, but like I am sick to death of the New. Good God. Like they broke the Shield up too soon and I don't even break them up, just do something. The last time I enjoyed it was against the Wyatts, and that was all Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods.
Yeah. Yeah, Xavier is literally the only person who's made the Wyatts look threatening or interesting in like the last 2 years or some shit. Like ever since like the Shield trios matches, I think.
But yeah, I didn't give my rating for SmackDown because honestly, I'm gonna put my rating is a Z. If I was rating the show, I'd be like Z.
I don't know what the hell that means. I have no idea.
It means I don't have one. Take it what you will. Rate it however you want to.
Open for interpretation.
Yeah. I mean, it was serviceable. It still kept the narrative. But you know, I'll wait till next week, I guess. I really wasn't that big on it. I was more excited by what I saw on Raw.
Yeah. The Intercontinental stuff, like we said, was awesome. And then like the Ellsworth Styles Dean thing, like that. If you weren't like super big on that segment, and neither of us were, then like the show kind of like you had that opening segment that was really good, and the women's stuff was pretty good too, but it wasn't like a huge deal, you know?
Yeah.
So otherwise, there's like that really good opening segment, and everyone else is just kind of there a little bit. You know, it's either good there or just bad there, like the Wyatts and Orton and Kane. I forgot Kane was even in the match.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, you know, and the one thing before we go, I wanted to say, like, I kind of felt weird about No Mercy. I thought it was a good show, but it was something that was bothering me. And then I realized, especially with talking about the New Day, WWE or Vince, even though he doesn't want to number WrestleManias, he is obsessed with everybody breaking fucking records.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Bella almost breaks her neck trying to break a record. I don't know. He's like he wants to erase all the old history. And for some reason, I guess maybe he feels bad because he knows he's fucking up and these guys are working hard and he can't get them over, so fuck it. Might as well give them a record that really doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean anything.
They'd probably rather be over and selling out buildings.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture for the SmackDown house show on Monday?
Oh yeah, it was real bad.
Oh jeez.
You can't. They're running house shows opposite their other TV show is stupid. It's seriously stupid. You're taking potential viewers away from your TV show. you're not giving your talent an extra day off, which which everyone on the roster desperately needs. Like, it's dumb. I kind of can't even with that. Like, it's super annoying. I don't know.
Yeah, but overall this week I was pretty satisfied. But like the No Mercy, the match structure, and like the things I liked, but I felt like, oh, another thing that when I thought about it, I noticed that they used to do to the women, that they did to them, that nobody really called out. Both women's matches were the cool down matches.
Yeah.
Both of them were.
Yeah.
And like, stop that shit now.
Yeah, no,
because I feel like the crowd could have been way more into Nikki Bella and Carmella if they hadn't just followed them up with a triple threat.
Yeah. Yeah, the world title match, like,
the crowd gets like completely worked up by Ziggler and Miz. What's the next match? Alexa Bliss and Naomi. So yeah. I was like, and what scares me is that Vince is starting to poke his fingers in, and what really scares me is that now he's going to have to see who's going to have bragging rights. Raw versus SmackDown.
Fuck. Yeah, I felt it too. For some reason on Sunday, I had a feeling that, like, obviously they had to like redo like the Becky stuff on pretty short notice. So I kind of felt like, well, you know, Vince obviously had a say in that. So maybe while he was like paying attention, he was like, well, let's do this too. And like, it blows my mind that the Intercontinental Championship did not close the show. Like,
yeah, that was such a missed opportunity right there.
They
may never get it again.
Yeah. That would really raise the stakes, because it's like, holy shit, this is a main event Intercontinental main event. I know they said the main event opened the show, but it's the last match is the main event.
But the main event opened the show just so they could give Cena a funky ass record that nobody cares about.
Wait, what? I don't even see. What was this record? I saw like the post and
68, the most main events in WWE history. 68. Who had? I guess he needed that one to get over the hump. Who was he tied with? Was it Hulk Hogan?
Is it? Was that a question? I didn't know if that was like if you knew the answer.
Yeah, like if they hadn't brought that up in the YouTube, because that's like I saw it the next day. I was like, oh, so that's why they kept harping on it. This was the main event, because I thought it was weird. Just say the world title match is first. Why do you keep trying to tell me the opening match is the main event? That doesn't happen on Earth ever.
On Earth.
Like, people like, well, sometimes the first match is never the main event. Even if you could say, well, this match was really the main event, I could buy that if it went on a little bit later. It's the opening match of your pay-per-views, not the main event. It's the opening match, the first one. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby said it perfectly.
Yeah.
You have any more thoughts?
No Mercy, like, I don't know. Like, that show kind of dragged me down a little bit. Like, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I love the triple threat and I love the IC stuff, but everything else is just kind of there. And, like, the crowd place, like, I was so hyped for the IC match to go last, because it's like, well, this is raising the stakes. Because I actually didn't look at the odds. So I legitimately had no idea going in what was going to happen. And I was like, well, if it's the main event, then it's like this could be like a send-off for Dolph Ziggler, you know, who had also, along with Miz, who's doing it in kayfabe, but Ziggler has talked for shoot about wanting to make the Intercontinental Championship relevant again. He had a table for three with Daniel Bryan and Ryback when they were all discussing it the whole time. So, and he also references that he's had that discussion with Miz a lot, so which I find interesting that they're working this feud now. So yeah, that could have like raised the stakes. Like, maybe he is leaving. Maybe this is, you know, the send off, but like and they showed the package, and I was like, okay, sure. And then they like Ziggler's music hit, and I was like, what? And then immediately I was like,
Right.
why is Orton Wyatt closing? Like Luke Harper, like, I know a lot of people like him, and like I like him too, but he's a
mid Carter.
He's a mid Carter, right? Like he's not close the show worthy. So
No.
yeah. And now Bray Wyatt has gotten 2 straight wins, so it's.
One more thing.
Okay, yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts
Oh.
on Goldberg versus Lesnar?
Oh, Jesus Christ! See, if this was CSL right now, you should be closing the show right now. Like that's the go out on that gimmick, because I don't care. If this is the main event of Survivor Series, I'm going to bed early. Like I'm not watching that. Hell no. I don't care when that match is. I'm not watching that. I don't give a shit about either of those dudes.
Right.
And I don't care even as like a train wreck perspective. I just don't.
No, you know what I care about? I'm going to watch if Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar happens.
Oh, for sure.
I have to watch it. I must, just to see if they're going to have Shane get more offense than most of the regular wrestlers who face. I have to. But Greenberg coming back, I didn't like him. I didn't like him when he was in his so-called prime. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if people like it, it brings them back. God bless you. But if you're coming back to WWE to see that match, you're going to leave WWE after that. So who does it serve?
I don't know.
And that's why nobody can get over.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so concerned about making history in women's wrestling and hashtag this and hashtag that and all about the brand. Well, your brand fucking sucks. Good night, everybody. Bye.